fabulous friend. He's been here since the beginning, creating all the food for us as a team. I think he's like the heart of Kyani. That's my opinion. Hopefully you share the same. You know, every team you kind of have the mommy and daddy. Well, I have my mommy, Melissa. My daddy is this next person. But, you know, he's an Audi driver, soon to be blank driver. He can share that with you maybe today. I don't know if he's excited yet. But our diamond executive, Scott Yamaguchi. Daddy!
That's too late for that. You know, one of the greatest things in network marketing is opportunity, but we all come into objections. What we're going to find out today is going to overlap on certain topics, but you know, but some of us, you come to these kind of super Saturdays and you want to find out what is the secret to building this business? What is the secret lingo? What is the secret language? And you know, all the speakers this morning, some of you might think, what's relative? Why is that relative to Kyani? It's huge. It's relative to Kyani. That's why we're training in these topics, like getting organized and things like that. And we have busy schedules. How many guys all work full time? We all work full time, right? We have to worry about our living expenses, taking care of our families. We all have that. We all have challenges. Life will never stop throwing curveballs. You know, I know Chris and Melissa and Michael Kagi, we all go through curveballs. I know we do. But it's how we deal with it and how we continue to put Kyani, lead Kyani in our timeline, like how they said, we have to balance and manage ourselves. But we're going to talk about overcoming objections, and you're going to see me talk a little bit about some of the things that you already heard about. But what I want to do is, if you guys taking notes, I want you to put your notepads down, because I want you to kind of just think about it. Okay? My first objection, my first goal is, how many guys feel that way sometimes? I do. I honestly do. Depends who I'm thinking about approaching. And that's human nature, like you want to say. There's a lot of human nature things that we need to understand before we relate to people out there. So my question is, what happens when you walk into a store and you see this guy? Yeah? What is the first natural human behavior reaction? Punch him in the face, right?
No, thank you.
Right?
Just looking.
No, thank you. And I do this. It's like human nature. Even if I know what I'm looking for, I don't say this. No, thank you. I'm just looking. Right? So what Luana said, and I like the fact that she said that people don't want to be sold. Okay? You can go to anybody's house or bring them to a Tuesday night, Thursday night. I guarantee you, when they sit down in that chair, they know what's coming. Right? They know what's coming. But one thing with Kyani is that we have that product. You know, a lady last night who was at that meeting with Robert, and she asked me, what's the difference with Kyani? She asked some more questions too, but one of the things that I love about Kyani is that, you know, I've been, like Luana, been around network marketing and you know, spent a lot of starter kits and went home and said, what the heck did I just do, right? But what I found in Kyani was that I finally found a product that I could stand behind it. So I wasn't like nervous of sharing the product. And we have that company where we can put that product in front of the opportunity. And you can't say that for a lot of companies out there. That's why Kyani is special, because we have that genuine product. So everybody has that invisible wall. I don't care who you are, right? And we all kind of laugh and, yeah, you do that. I do that too. But our intent when we talk to people is to bring that wall down. And sometimes we want to close people on that first meeting. And sometimes talking to people is a process. And Luana said it again. I'm going to always repeat myself that it's finding out what's important to them. It's taking the time to say, how's it going? You know, when I see people in the shopping mall, when I bump into somebody that I haven't seen in a long time, I just start with them and get their number. Hey, let's have coffee one day. I don't even talk about Kyani, because I don't want him to have a picture in his head when I call him back. Oh no, stop the coffee. I'll call him Kyani. Right? At that point, we have the decision to either pick that phone up or not. I don't even mention about Kyani when I see people. I just get their number. And that's what I coffee. And then and there I talk about it. But it's not about you. And you heard people talk about that. It's really not about you in Kyani. I can't say that for other businesses, right? But it's all about them. How can Kyani help them? And the health is something that I was never aware of, how bad health issues was today. That's what I got into Kyani. Right? Because most people don't talk about it. And we have people in here that can vouch for it, because they work for medical practices or medical businesses out there. So have that thought process when you talk to people. And I know my topic was overcoming objections, but if you have that thought process, nothing will be an objection. You guys agree? Yeah, so we don't try to close them and try to sign them up. If you have that mentality when you first approach people, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel it. People feel your intent, right? People feel your intent. But Kyani is different. How many guys agree Kyani is different?
Yeah.
Okay? How many guys agree that the products are different? Okay, so isn't it like common sense that we need to be different too? Right? Kyani is doing their part in providing us a unique company, a unique opportunity, but we're so used to building this business a certain way. But we have that product, so we can shift it a little bit. And I got in, I'll be honest, I got into Kyani because of timing. I was lucky to get the first meeting with Chris, and heard some good things about the product, but I got it more because of timing. I saw an opportunity, and I was willing to risk that investment. How many of you guys risk investment? You guys invest in like stocks and stuff? Right? You're risking investment. I was willing to risk that $500, and I didn't have it, but I had plastic. Right? So I put it on my card and did that, but after about a month, I started to see what the product was doing. And I started to shift my thought process. I started to share the product. Opportunity almost automatically when you do that. So timing is everything. Yeah, and you heard somebody say that too. Timing is everything. So I'll give you an example. How many of you guys experienced this? Right? When you were growing up, from your parents, yeah? It's like Charlie Brown, but right? We all been in that situation, and you probably had that attitude. How many of you guys had that attitude with your parents? You have to like lie in that attitude. I know you guys had that attitude. I don't need that, right? Yeah, I know, Mom. Yeah, whatever. Yeah? But life changes, life evolves. At some point in time, that attitude is going to shift, right? We've all been in that situation, living expenses, family, growing pains as we age, helping with weight and health issues, and financial struggles. So when we talk to people, we wanna be genuine. We don't wanna turn them off in any kind of way, especially in Hawaii, because Hawaii is smaller. So we're not in the convincing business. We provide information and allow them to try the product. That's what we're in the business of. But follow it, always keep it positive. Always keep it positive, because you never know when timing is going to hit people. Yeah, go pick up my friend Charlie, and he's sitting in the audience. I'm not going to tell him to stand up. But, Charlie, I talked to Charlie about a year and a half ago, I think. And we didn't see each other a long time, so it was a good reunion just to talk story with Charlie. But shared products with him back then. But always kept it positive. And this is a good guy that we go beach with and have a lot of fun with, but I haven't seen him probably about 10 years. But it was real nice that maybe about a month or two ago, Charlie reached out to me and said, "Hey, Scott, I think I'm ready to try that product." Because something changed, timing changed in his life. And he just said, I worked out a lot, and I'm starting to feel the aches and pains. So always keep that door of opportunity open for people. Okay? What does that relate to Kyani? It really relates a lot. Okay? How does you guys came here to find out more about the products and details and all these facts and things? What you're gonna find is that this is the kind of stuff that will drive interest for your own business. Right? The more olives we have, the more diamonds, emeralds. That means we're helping more people. And that's a good business to be in. Okay? So personal growth. I'm trying to make up time here. So personal growth, all I can say is this thing, I don't know, one day it just came out in my head, but a good measure of your success is comparing it to your personal development. If you're not developing, most likely you're not succeeding. And I really believe in that. Okay? You see people that huge companies, never went to college or successful. But how much people you hear like that? It's far and few. But there are people that are naturally educated or street smart, or they pick up things and they don't do that mistake again, and can be very successful. Just like in network marketing, we have people that come into our business and just catapult themselves. And most of us are sitting on the side like, whoa, what are they doing? But they're one of those natural talent kind of people, just like the Michael Jordans of the world or the Tiger Woods of the world. But a lot of us need to kind of work at it. And depends what you're doing. And like I love what Jose said, because I can relate to that. When I'm driving, that's the best time I'm captive, right? And then I used to put in that CD called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. And I drove my kids nuts too. Yeah. And no kidding, for about 6 months, and I'm not kidding. Every day to work and back, it was just repetition, that same CD for about 6 months. You guys love the traffic in Honolulu, right? Guarantee I need half an hour of personal development. Yeah. But you got to do that kind of stuff, and it's relative to school, right? If you want to get to college level, you got to pass 10th grade. If you want to get to that college level, you got to reach 12th grade. And it's the same thing in this business. We got to always personally develop, just like in relationships, just like at your job. If you want to get into the higher level, so to speak, you might have to take some classes. But it's the same thing with Kyani. It's personal development, because we're all in that comfort zone where we're not bred to be in this kind of business. We didn't learn network marketing 101 in college. But what a tremendous business we're in, that we have that great product, and I always go back to the products, that we can share with people in a non-threatening way, but keeping that door of opportunity open. Okay? So anyway, you guys have any questions? You guys kind of, if you grasp that mentality, how many guys are strong in your faith? Okay? How many experts, you know somebody who needs help, you know somebody who's struggling, and you try and share the word of God? And how many of you got like rejected big time? Yeah? Like you know they're not interested in what you're talking about. Same thing like network marketing. We have that product. But if you leave that window of opportunity open, when something happened in that person's life, you know what? They're going to be sitting next to you in church that Sunday. And it's the same thing with Kyani. So anyway, I hope you can grasp that mentality, because if you have that mentality, you're not going to let objections bother you. You're really not going to let that objections bother you. It's all about timing, but leave that window of opportunity open. Okay, thank you very much.